Hey everyone. So today I was really into wanting some cinnamon rolls, but I really didn't feel like eating the outside. Because don't you wish that inside of the actual cinnamon roll is the best? We all like to get a little bit of inside. So I just like what? There's this thing. I had it when I was little, when I was young. I ate it a couple of times and stuff like that, and it's called monkey bread. I really don't know the actual name of it actually, but that's what we called it, and it's super easy to make it with a couple of ingredients. But me, I had to do something super special with it, so I went and made my own bread and stuff like that. So if you want to do that, you can go ahead and follow along. But if you don't want to feel confident enough to making bread, so don't worry about it. You can go ahead and buy that super simple those pre-made biscuits. I think Pillsbury's makes some, or whatever brand you want. So let's get it going, everybody. If you're going to be making the bread like me, we're going to go ahead and take a cup and a half of milk, heat it between 100 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Then once that's good to go, we're going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of sugar. Then we're going to add a teaspoon of salt. Then we're going to go ahead and add about 5 grams, or my bad, 10 grams, or about 2 1/4 teaspoons, or tablespoons, no, teaspoons of yeast. We're going to let these babies rise for about 10 to 15 minutes, and you can start seeing it foam up. That's how you know you have good yeast. Once our yeast has had time to grow and become strong, we're going to go ahead and add the rest of the sugar. Here I used about 85 grams of sugar, or about a half a cup of sugar. Then I took a cup of the actual butter and mixed it in with the flour. Here I used about 750 grams of flour, AP flour. If you have bread flour, you can use that, but I used AP flour here. So if your dough was a little too wet, you can go, or a little too dry, you can go ahead and mix a little bit more milk in there. Once that's going and it's more pliable, we're going to go ahead and knead this for about 10 or 15 minutes, or when it starts to come together. It might be kind of sticky at the beginning, no problem. Throw a little bit more flour in there until it gets a little bit more pliable. And then once we get out, we're going to let this little baby rise and become a strong one. So here, once it's got that nice springiness that you want, just like this, we're going to put this into an oil bowl and let this proof for about 80 minutes, or double in size pretty much. While we wait, we're going to go ahead and I'll catch up with you. Now with this, you can do this the night before or a couple of days before. Caramel, once you make it, it's good for about a month. But here we're going to go ahead and take some heavy cream. I went ahead and threw a whole cinnamon stick in there. Then we're going to take about a cup of packed brown sugar. You can use light or dark, doesn't really matter. And we're going to let that heat up a little bit. Once it heat up, we're going to go and throw 3 teaspoons of butter in there. And then we're going to let that cook and start to bubble until it starts brown and starts to thicken up a little bit. Once we do that, we're going to pour it into a bowl and pretty much put that into the fridge or freezer. I put mine in the freezer only because I was doing this all at one time, so I wanted to make sure it was nice and cool before I start trying to, put it in the actual monkey bread. Now that that's in the fridge, we're going to go ahead and make our coating for our actual bread balls that we're going to make. I said balls. But here I took some nutmeg, some cinnamon, some brown sugar, and I mixed that up. Next, we're going to go ahead and get ready our frosting. So here I took about a cup of milk and I took about 2 cups of powdered sugar and gave that a good mix up until I got this nice consistency. You make it as thick as you want, but after that we can get ready to start making our actual bread here. So here you're going to take it and knock out some of that air. I used a rolling pin just to roll it out to about 1/4 inch, and then I took a pizza roll and cut them about 1 inch square. Then after that, we're going to go ahead and start making our balls. had to record this twice. It's like 2 a.m. when I was recording this. So here we're gonna take some butter, some melted butter, and we're gonna throw the balls in there. And then once we get them nice and coated, we're gonna go and throw them into your little mixture that you have with cinnamon and brown sugar. And you're gonna throw them into a flute or a bundt pan. I think that's what it's called. We're gonna let these rest for another 30 to 40 minutes. Once they are doubled in size and look pretty much like this, we're gonna go and take that caramel sauce and pour it in there. You don't have to be as critical as I was at trying to get everything in there, because it's gonna go in there regardless as it cooks, because you know everything's gonna become a little bit thicker or thinner, and it's gonna drip down the sides. This is gonna go in an oven at 350 for about 30 minutes. Once that happens, you're gonna take it out, let it cool down for a little bit, and this can be 2 money shots right here. So watch me pull this off. Ooh, look at all that yummy goodness dripping down here. It's like liquid sex right there. So, and then after you do that, pretty much the second money shot is gonna take that frosting and drizzle it over the top. It looks delicious. I want to bathe in all this, but this is something that's you can share, super easy to make for your friends, really impress your friends, because it's meant to share. You just pick up the balls and eat them. This pretty much wraps up this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button. It really helps me out with this whole YouTube algorithm, you know, because I am a small channel and I'm trying to grow. So, and if you're new here, don't forget to slap that subscribe button so you guys don't miss on any more how-to videos, and make sure you hit that notification button, because you know, if you don't, there's a chance you might miss it when I upload videos. So I hope to catch you guys back here next time.